think about who's. What do they say? Follow the money, right? Follow the money.
Yeah.
Which I got to tell you, we saw 72 people got arrested Friday night, Saturday morning there. Let's follow the money on this. Okay. So they're protesting. They say they want to stop the war in Israel, stop the fighting between Israel and the Palestinians that live in the Gaza Strip. This is the protesters. They say we got to stop this. And then they made a laundry list of nonsensical things that were, it was real. It didn't match up. I'd call it a non sequitur, but you would say stop speaking Latin on the radio. So
was everything from like funding that ASU was supposedly sending Israel's way,
right,
to also President Crow needs to step down immediately,
right,
and the ASU and Tempe police need to be disbanded,
right. And then somebody also asked for a Big Mac meal, supersized. They wanted a Diet Coke with that.
I understand that.
There was another guy that put in his DoorDash order. So it was just kind of a laundry list of things that they all wanted.
And you said, back up for just a second here, you said to stop the war that's going on over there. The way I digested what's going on at ASU, or what was going on at ASU, what we're still seeing play out today at Texas and Columbia, is really these are pro-Palestinian protesters who are irked with Israel. It's not like they just want the war to stop. They very clearly are unhappy with Israel, and they support Palestine. I
want you to follow the money on this. So we saw this happen here, right? Happen in Tempe.
Yeah.
Austin, Texas has been on, the CNN's had Austin on all day. They've just been systematically removing protesters, zip tying them and hauling them out of there. Columbia, you mentioned. They put the entire city of Los Angeles on a tactical alert because of the protesters at, I think, UCLA. There's protesters at both USC and UCLA.
Okay.
So we're getting all this stuff. Follow the money. What do they all have in common?
They're big schools.
And?
They make a lot of money.
Tents.
Tents.
I think if you follow the money on this, you're going to find out that
leads
a lot
back
of
to
this...
like Dick's Sporting Goods?
Columbia, North Face. These are all affluent white protesters. And if we start following this stuff, Coleman, right? All of these places... Every time the cops tear the tents down, what do these little rich white kids do? They go out and they buy more tents. These aren't Ozark Mountain tents from Walmart. They're after the good stuff. So I think if we were to follow this logically, follow the money, who's behind the protests, I think you're going to find out that it's big camping that's behind all of this. A lot of people don't recognize that. I haven't heard this talked about in mainstream media at all. Have you?
For about 5 seconds there, I couldn't tell if you were being serious or joking with me. And then you gave me a tell just now, and I do know that you are joking around about this, but you did a good job.
Follow the money is what I'm saying. Who's benefiting? If not big tents, big pizza, right?
Oh, big pizza.
Yeah. What happened on Friday when ASU protesters were out there?
They ordered pizza.
Bingo! And where was the pizza delivered? To their tents. Yeah. And also, let's not forget Big Water.
Big Water?
Yeah.
How does Big Water work?
They brought in water bottles. Yeah. And you know who the counter-protesters are? Big Recycling. They're very upset that Big Water is using the one-time use water bottles and not recycling them properly.
Did Goldstein break you on Friday?
Yeah,
what happened
he really
here?
Did. This is what happens when they put me with somebody else.
You were a lot more normal when I left you on Thursday.
Yeah, no, I didn't have anybody that was keeping me in line is the problem.
Well,
I just ran roughshod over that guy.
I did hear, you threw some big word out there on Friday, and no, it wasn't nuance, but you threw the word out there, and you even knew you had me in your head because you said, Joe doesn't like it when I use words like this. And Steve didn't snap and salute and say, that's right, Joe's on it.
No.
You just got away with it. So I have to rein you back in now.
His background is public radio.
Hey.
He's like, that word only has 3 syllables.
Yeah.
Maybe think of a better one.
No.
And you're like, 3 syllables?
Egads, 2 or less.
Exactly.
And even egads.
So are you speaking German right now? What are you doing?
I'll get Rosetta Stone for you.
Liechtensteinian? Stop doing that. Protests continue. ASU had the protesters got arrested after the cameras left. Which is weird, right?
So they shut down. They have rules regarding protests that say you cannot protest between 11 p.m. and 5 a.m.
All right. Now, what does it mean to protest? Do I have to have a point to my screaming?
Well, that's an interesting point of contention, too. But I saw no encampments. So I would take that to mean no tents, which goes back to your previous point.
Big camping is behind this.
They're anti-big camping.
Correct.
So with ASU...
But if I'm homeless and I have a blanket and I'm sleeping on a bench on campus... will I be arrested for protesting after 11 p.m.?
I got to tell you, went to ASU Maine for 4 years.
Yeah.
You don't see a lot of campus police.
Yeah.
But you also don't see a lot of riffraff on campus.
Oh.
So I never once saw somebody sleeping on campus.
Okay.
There was no homeless situation going on. I still walk around down there once in a while now.
Mm-hmm.
And
creepy.
Me?
Yeah, you're over 40. It's fine, though. Go ahead.
I'm down there with a buddy. We're just getting a walk in. What's creepy about it?
Oh, no. I do the same thing around the volleyball courts. Yep, definitely. Seems totally normal, Joe.
So if you go with me, then we're both creepy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really need to shorten the leash on you. No more of this.
Just telling you what it is.
Okay.
There's a lot you don't understand.
It's just getting a little exercise.
If somebody is intoxicated on campus.
Yes.
I know that doesn't happen.
You don't see it.
No, at one of the nation's most notorious party schools.
At the dorms?
Yeah.
Or a apartment
or
a
dorms,
condo?
On campus?
They are, but it's not
good.
like...
So that's campus rules. Yeah. So if somebody drinks too much and they pass out on the lawn...
Yeah.
Right?
You really...
Arrested for protesting after 11 p.m.?
I'm guessing no.
Oh, okay.
You don't see
So what
that,
is
though.
protesting then? I have to have a tent?
Or sleeping bag, pillow.
What if I just protest without any of those things, but I'm still at Old Main? Are they still going to arrest me?
Megaphone? Or are you just kind of sitting there quietly?
Maybe I've got markers and a sign.
I think they'd leave you for a little while.
Yeah? Okay.
No.
All right. Very good. I'm wondering if these protesters are going to be charged. Did you see that a number of them got arrested in Austin, Texas last week, and they dropped the charges on almost all of them?
I didn't.
Yeah. I think it was something like 70, maybe 90 protesters got arrested. I think they only charged, half a dozen. So, why? Can we make that our what's the why? Because I have some thoughts on that.
I would love that.
All right. Let's talk about the protesters. We'll talk about the why. Why spend the effort arresting protesters if you're not going to charge them? Feels like Rachel Mitchell has a few things going on right now, the county attorney. Does she need to be dealing with this, or does this go through a different court?
Well, this doesn't deal with shoplifting or the Gilbert Goons, so it doesn't seem to be in her top 3 or 4 priorities.
Yeah, but it's still her office, right?
Yes.
Are they going to spend the resources trying to prosecute people who were in tents after 11 p.m. on campus?
Time will tell.
Thanks for watching The Chris and Joe Show. Click to see more from Chris and Joe, and tap the button in the middle to subscribe to KTAR News.